I'm sorry, sir. You can't go in there. We're on the air.
I'm Admiral Nelson. I have to get inside.
Look, I'm sorry. You can't go in there. We'll just have to wait till the program's over.
I can't wait. Look, I have special permission.
Think a moment of all that implies. Power. Power to run the machines of the world at a cost so small as to be almost free and in unlimited supply. Simply by harnessing the vast, untapped energy. My project to control the power of the tides has already started.
Dr. Mason, you mentioned resistance in some quarters. Would you care to name any names?
I see no reason not to. There is one man in particular in the scientific community who has fought this project from its inception. As a matter of fact, the principal reason for my calling this hurried press conference is to prevent this man in a press conference of his own from feeding his lies to the world.
Dr. Mason, is there any reluctance on your part to name the man?
None whatsoever. This man, who is trying so desperately to deprive the peoples of the world of this magnificent benefit, is Admiral Harriman Nelson.
Liar! You're a liar and a fraud.
Get him! Dr. Mason.
Voyage to the bottom of the sea. Starring Richard Basehart. And David Hedison. Voyage to the bottom of the sea.
Ruthless murder it has just witnessed. The body of Dr. Mason is being removed. We're waiting now for word of the capture of Admiral Nelson, who, in an obvious moment of insanity, cold-bloodedly shot down his bitter rival, the man whose project he so vigorously opposed. For the moment, it would appear that Admiral Nelson has made a clean getaway, although it seems plain that with the entire world alerted, his capture is just a matter of...
That's somebody impersonating me, obviously. But why? What are you doing?
The sooner the world knows you're sitting right here with me at the time, the better.
Anything wrong?
It's dead.
Listen to this.
German.
Everything, please. They're not supposed to contact the outside. Seems like a pretty well-organized plot.
Maybe it's organized, but it's stupid. Now, what if they do arrest you? All we need is my testimony. I mean, we were both right here when somebody who looked like you shot and killed Dr. Mason. Once I tell my story, what do they gain?
Time. Time, Lee, that we can afford to lose. I haven't told you, I haven't told anyone about Mason's project. But look here. There's no question the man was a genius. As part of his project, he and his group developed and built an electromagnet larger and more powerful than anyone dreamed possible.
Well, I never heard him talk about it.
I was probably the only one outside the group who knew about it, and I think I know where he's hidden it. So in this area, right here.
In the ocean.
On the ocean bottom where it's almost impossible to detect it.
Well, why all the secrecy?
To control the monopoly supplying power to the entire world.
Pretty high stakes.
And that's not all. Look here.
Well, what's the moon got to do with it?
Everything. Mason's device has already established a magnetic field around the moon, powerful enough to alter its orbit.
You mean to tell me that this machine of Dr. Mason's could actually change the position of the moon?
It already has, slightly.
Well, did he realize that?
No, it was his one blind spot. He was so obsessed with his drive to control the tides that he couldn't see what he was about to do to the Earth.
Well, what's that?
The moon will be pulled closer and closer to us. Now, if it reaches the point of no return, before we destroy the electromagnet, it'll crash into us and quite literally end the world.
Then it must be one of Mason's associates who are trying to keep you quiet. There must be somebody we can warn.
After what's just happened, nobody's about to listen to me. All we can do, all we have time to do, is find the installation and destroy it. See who it is. I'll keep out of sight.
Right.
Skipper, did you see it? Were you watching that show?
I saw it.
I mean, I just couldn't believe my eyes. Why? Why let he do it? I mean, right there in front of the whole world.
It would be a rather careless way of killing someone, wouldn't it?
Admiral,
Evening, Chief.
how'd you get here? I just saw you on...
He never left here.
What you saw was somebody doing a very convincing impersonation of me.
I knew it couldn't be you, sir.
They're here.
Lee, how soon can you get Seaview underway?
About 3 hours. Admiral, listen. We can take the heat off and really buy some time. Now, let me go to the authorities in Los Angeles with a sworn statement. At least we can cancel the arrest order and force the government to listen.
Well, it might work. Chief, can you assemble the crew and get Seaview ready?
Aye, sir. But, we gotta get going because,
I'll handle that. You better leave that way, Lee, and take the back road through the mountains. You can't risk any explanations.
Right.
Now, go ahead, open the door. But remember, you haven't seen me, right?
aye, sir. Go ahead, take a look. Hi, Mr. Morton. I see you got my message.
Chief, what's going on?
We're shoving off any minute now. At least, maybe we are. This is a manifest. It's all up to date, sir.
How much do you know about this business with the Admiral?
He didn't shoot anybody, sir. I got that straight from him and the skipper. But I better let them tell you the rest.
Mr. Morton. You're just in time. Special newscast is going on now.
Hey, watch this, Mr. Morton. Maybe we're not going to have to sail after all. Come on, watch this. Oh, Sparks, have you alerted the Admiral?
I called him at his office. He's watching.
Good. Which may throw some light on the wild rumor that has begun to circulate, a rumor that Admiral Nelson was seen far from the scene of the assassination at the exact moment the shot was fired. Captain Lee Crane of the Seaview is in the studio now, ready to throw some light on the report concerning the supposed whereabouts of Admiral Nelson at the instant of the shooting. Now, if our cameras can pull back so that Captain Crane can be seen, we'll proceed with the questioning. Captain, I understand you came here voluntarily. Is that true, sir?
Yes, it is.
And as I understand it, this report is to the effect that someone claims to have been with Admiral Nelson far from the scene of the assassination which shocked the world.
That is correct.
Are you aware, sir, that your name has been mentioned as the person who presumably can give Admiral Nelson an airtight alibi?
Yes, sir, I am.
Now, will you tell the watching world where you were when Dr. Randolph Mason was shot and killed?
In Admiral Nelson's office at the Nelson Institute at Santa Barbara.
And who was with you at that time?
No one. I was alone.
Then Admiral Nelson was not with you?
How could he have been? I was watching him on television. I saw him shoot and kill Dr. Mason right here in this very TV studio.
Okay. I got it.
Say, Chief, we're not going to sell without the Admiral, are we?
Of course not. The whole idea is to get him out of here.
Well, how's he getting aboard? The whole dock out there is swarming with police.
Look, Ski, let's leave that up to the Admiral, huh?
Okay.
Hold it. Give us some slack. That's it. Mosky, give us a hand. All right, take it up. Close hatch and secure loading.
I'll get a detail and we'll stow it.
Good idea. Let's get that box open, quick. Run it up. Give me a hand.
An undignified way to come aboard, wouldn't you say?
Miss Lerone, this is the exec. We're standing by to cast off, but there's been no word yet from Admiral Nelson.
There is now, Chip.
Admiral?
How soon can we get underway?
Oh, immediately, sir, but there's one thing. Captain Crane is topside with the officer of the deck. He's requesting permission to come aboard, sir.
Skipper, after what he said about you over the air, Admiral, I'd like to get my hands on him.
What do I tell him, sir?
Well, why don't you try something obvious, like welcome aboard? I'll be right there.
I'll let you.
Lee?
Where's the Admiral?
He's aboard.
All right. Let's get underway.
What happened? All right, come to my cabin. We have to discuss this.
All right.
Oh, so that's the whole story.
I was pretty lucky, I guess. Then when I got back, I heard what I was supposed to have said about you over the air.
What are you going to tell the crew?
Huh? What else can we tell them but the truth? But you know, I'm not sure I know what the truth is anymore.
Well, now you know what it feels like to be impersonated on a worldwide network.
But it was a beautiful job. You've got to hand him that.
I'm more concerned about his motives and his talent. Someone has gone to fantastic lengths to stop us from reaching Mason's installation and destroying it.
Yes, but if they do stop you, they'll die along with everyone else, won't they?
Well, obviously, they don't believe that, but it's academic anyway. They've tried to stop us and they failed.
Skipper, this is Sparks.
Yes, Sparks.
Can you come to the Radio Shack, sir? It's important.
Very well. Excuse me, Admiral.
Lee, I don't have to remind you, we must reach that installation on time.
Admiral, you don't have to remind me. What is it, Sparks?
Coast Guard, sir. Our port clearance has been withdrawn. We're to put about and return immediately.
They're a little late. We've already passed the breakwater.
Well, there's a cutter overhauling us now, sir, with a warrant to board and search. Do you want to talk to their commander, Skipper?
No. Give him my compliments and tell him to go to the devil. Chet, I want to crash dive to 90 feet. All ahead flank.
Aye, aye, sir. Clear the bridge and prepare to crash dive.
Chip, here's our course. All running speeds are marked. As we hit each point, let me know how we're doing, all right?
I'll see to it at once.
I had this videotape recorded at the Institute while the press conference was going on. I remember thinking at the time that it might come in handy for future reference. I didn't know how right I was. I'm starting it just before the shooting. Now watch.
None whatsoever. This man, who is trying so desperately to deprive the peoples of the world of this magnificent benefit, is Admiral Harriman Nelson.
Liar. You're a liar and a fraud.
You know, it's even harder to believe the second time. That man looks exactly like you.
That's incredible. So far, I haven't been able to detect a single false note that might give him away.
Well, Admiral, if you don't mind, I'm going to check on our progress and then hit the sack. We've got a hard run ahead of us tomorrow.
All right. Good night, Lee.
Yeah, good night, sir.
Chief, check these figures out on the computer.
All right, sir. Mr. Morton. Are you aware of our present course?
Yes, sir, I think so.
You think so? Look at this.
It looks all right to me.
All right. This course is almost the exact opposite of the one I gave you.
The course you gave me?
Yes. Not more than 30 minutes ago, I gave you a course to set, and you deliberately ignored the order.
Well, now, hold on a minute, Lee. You never gave me any such order.
Now, what are you talking about? I gave it to you in person right here in the control room.
A half hour ago?
That's right.
Chief, come here a minute, please.
Sir?
Tell the skipper where I've been for the past 45 minutes.
Well, he was with me, sir, inspecting these stores in this room.
You can swear I never handed you that course.
I can swear it.
All right, forget what I said. Set this course. On the double. I'll be in the Admiral's cabin if you want me.
Aye, aye.
You're sure? I'm positive. The man I gave those original orders to was not Chip Morton. Do you know what this means? We have an uninvited guest aboard.
It's worse than that. We have a man who can look like anyone he chooses. From now on, we can't trust anyone we see. Not even each other.
Now, wait a minute. I know who you are, and you know who I am. Otherwise, I wouldn't have brought you this information.
Yes, right now we know, but what about the next time we see each other? What about when we sleep? You could impersonate either one of us, and who knows what orders you might give.
Then we can't sleep. Not until the mission's over with, anyway.
Well, that took at least 24 hours, and look at you now. A low ragged edge of exhaustion.
I'll go down to sick bay and get a pill. That'll keep me going.
That's a good idea. Have Doc give you something.
Right.
When you're dealing with nature, you pay for what you get. Sure, I can keep you wide awake for another 24 hours. But at the end of that time, you're going to be dangerously exhausted.
That doesn't matter. Now, once the mission's over, I can sleep for a week. Now, look, Doc, you have no idea how important this is.
Well, if it's as important as all that, I'd like to give you something that'll work a lot faster and better than pills. I hope you don't mind my giving you a shot, Skipper.
Anything that'll work fast, Doc.
Well, this will work very fast, I assure you. In a few seconds, you'll never know you were tired.
Doc, you finish with the captain. You take care of me.
My pleasure, Admiral. Only take a few seconds.
Oh, by the way, have you finished that special medical report I asked for?
No, not yet. I've been pretty busy.
Oh, pretty busy, huh? All right?
Yeah, I think so.
Quick, come in here. What is it? And is there an antidote?
He'll be okay. A few seconds more, though, and he would have been dead. I'm all right now. Yeah, you'll be fine. Why did you hit Doc that way?
Another impersonation, Lee. I didn't order any medical report. Oh, did you see whoever it was that tied you up?
No. He slugged me from behind. Next thing I knew, I woke up bound and gagged in there. Well, you won't have any trouble finding him. He can't get off the ship.
He doesn't have to.
What?
You can appear as anyone. A search would be useless. Can you handle yourself now?
I'm fine.
Good. Bring us up to periscope depth. I hope you're going to be all right, too.
I'll be fine, Admiral. Just fine.
Take a look.
It looks 10 times bigger than normal.
It's moving rapidly toward the Earth. My calculations are proving out exactly.
Everybody in the world must be aware of it by now.
I'm sure they are. They're just not aware of the cause. But I'm going to correct that right now.
Are you going to get in touch with Washington?
Well, why not? They may believe I'm a murderer, but they can't deny what's happening to the moon. Sparks, it's a coded message, priority 1. Break radio silence and send it to Washington immediately.
Aye, sir.
Everything all right?
He's transmitting. We better check course and position.
Yeah, I was just about to.
You know, from now on, we're going to have to be suspicious of every man aboard.
Nice, Marks.
Say, Chief.
Nice, Marks. What'd you want?
Didn't I dispatch?
That couldn't be.
Look, I got your message. When I came out here to look for you, you weren't here. Message? What message? Chief, you called me on the intercom. Said you wanted to see me. I didn't call anybody. No, somebody must have goofed. It doesn't matter. We're on radio silence anyhow.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I better get back to my post.
Man, I don't feel so good.
Well, mine checks out. Does yours?
We're on course and schedule.
That's a relief.
Sonar contact, Lee.
Bearing 10 relative. Range 500 closing. It looks like a sub.
They must be tracking us.
What if we're fired on?
Under no circumstances return fire. We've got to lose her.
If we can. Attention all hands, this is the captain speaking. Activate anti-sonar gear and rig for silent running. Rig for silent running.
Trim satisfactory, sir.
Hold it as long as you can.
Fast propellers.
They're bearing down.
Well, they may ram us.
Hold tight. I'm close. To starboard.
She's lost us.
What's that? I'll head flank. Secure silent running. Kowalski! What are you doing? Kowalski! Kowalski!
How's it look?
If she doesn't open fire, we can shake her off.
Oh, I don't think she will. Apparently, they don't want to destroy the ship and crew, even to get me.
Admiral. That was Kowalski who was banging on the pipes. He was acting like a wild man. I think he's blown a stack, and now I can't find him.
All right, simmer down, Jim. Simmer down. We can explain it. I think it's about time we did, huh?
Admiral, if you can explain some of the things I've been seeing around here, I would sure appreciate it.
All right. But in my cabin. Lee, you better come too.
You don't think we'll be fired on, do you?
No, we won't. Come along.
Carry on.
And this guy, he could even look like me if he wanted to.
Yes. Even like you, Chief.
Come to think of it, how do we know he isn't doing it right now?
We don't.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm me. I mean, I may not be sure of much right now, but I'm sure of that. I'm me.
You see, Chief, you're the only person aboard we've taken into our confidence because we need you. But first, we have to check you out.
Sit down. We're going to ask you some questions. Personal questions.
Yes, sir.
Where were you born?
In a part of Brooklyn.
What part?
Coney Island.
School?
Lincoln High.
Mm-hmm. Now, you got an A in only one course there. Now, what was it?
Home ec?
No, I'd like something a little bit more specific. What subject?
Admiral, that's something I never told anybody but you.
Go ahead.
Cooking. I was the only guy in the class and was kind of a gag.
Well, this is our chief. All right. We have to catch this man, and we need your help. You know this crew better than anyone else.
That's right, sir.
Now, you see, Chief, the thing we're most worried about is he might try to sabotage the ship.
So we've planted a booby trap inside the main powder locker on the theory that sooner or later he'll come looking for high explosives.
We want you to keep your eyes open. If you see anyone acting suspicious, keep him in sight. If he heads for the powder locker, just let him go. Don't interfere.
But the powder locker's off limits to all hands except with the written permission from you.
Exactly. So if he goes in, the booby trap will explode and knock him out, right?
Yeah, I understand.
That's all, Francis. That's all.
The moon's just rising. It looks twice as big as it did last night. You want to take a look?
I'd just as soon not see it. Will we make it in time?
Well, the Admiral thinks so. We've still got 4 hours to find and destroy the installation.
And if it isn't where the Admiral thinks it is, then what?
Then we can all stop worrying about everything.
Lee, come in a moment, please.
Take over.
I want you to have a look at this.
While on the East Coast, record-breaking tides brought on by the rapidly approaching moon have produced widespread flooding. Hurricanes have hit many areas of the Western Hemisphere, and tidal waves are spreading over much of the globe. In the meanwhile, the search for Admiral Nelson is still.
And there's more of the same from everywhere in the world.
I hope we'll be in time to stop it. Are you, sure of your figures?
Lee, I'd better be.
Oh, sir, excuse me.
Lee, you got a minute?
Yeah, something wrong?
I'm not sure. What's with Chief Sharkey?
Nothing, why?
Oh, he's been acting very strange. First, the way he's been looking at me, and then the questions he's been asking.
Like what?
Where was I born? Where'd I go to high school? What kind of subjects did I take?
Oh, well, don't worry about it, Chip. He's just trying to do his job. Lay down the quarter F on the double. The Chief's been hurt.
Aye, sir.
Anything about it, Skipper. I was on my way from the missile room and I got hit in the back of the head. That's all I know. His story hasn't changed from the moment he regained consciousness. If you ask me, he's telling the truth.
This is Nelson. Is Captain Crane still there?
Right here, sir. Kowalski's still sticking to his story.
He must have been hypnotized and used as a decoy to make us believe that he was the guilty one. Lee, you better come to my cabin right away.
Be right there, sir.
Take the camera. You bet. Come on, lie down, Ski.
Of this magnificent benefit is Admiral Harriman Nelson.
Liar! A liar and a fraud. Well, this scene fascinates me for a lot of reasons. Here, right in front of us, is the answer to our man's real identity. I'm sure it's not Kowalski.
I never thought it was. But I saw him disguised as the chief.
Well, it doesn't mean he did the disguising. The man we're after is a master of makeup. He could have done the job on anyone, not just himself. Which means that the man is still aboard.
Well, we've got less than 2 hours to go. He's going to have to do something really desperate now. He may even blow us all up.
And himself along with us? No, I don't think so. From what he's done so far, I'm sure he doesn't want to kill himself. No, the ship is safe as long as he's aboard.
Admiral, this is the exec.
Go ahead, Chip.
The gunner's mate reports a missing package of high explosives, enough to blow us sky high.
Chip, this is the captain. I'll investigate it. Flying set ready for launching.
We just finished a routine check. She's set for duty.
Good. Stand by for launch. I'm taking her out.
Alone?
Yes, I've got an idea I want to check out. Won't be going long. Chip. Prepare to launch.
Aye, sir.
Chip. Lee! Who ordered the flying sub launched?
Well, you did. Unless I'm out of my mind, you're out there aboard it right now.
Wait a minute. You saw me give you orders and then take off, right?
I could have sworn it.
Admiral, it's happened. He's jumped ship. Admiral, can you hear me? He's not in his cabin.
You mean who's ever out there in a flying sub is trying to blow up the ship?
All right, now keep on course and maintain flank speed. We've got to find that installation and destroy it, no matter what.
But if a time bomb has been planted here in the
I
sub...
don't care. We've got to find it. Sound general quarters.
Battle stations. Battle stations.
Hold it, Kowalski. Under no condition.
Anytime now, gentlemen. Anytime.
We've got a definite reading, sir.
Good.
escape hatch. Won't go off as long as it's ticking.
And if it stops?
10 seconds, maybe less.
Let's get him out of here. Sir, come on, come on. They're all gone now. All of them. No more Nelson. No more Crane.
I'll take over. Here's our man. Let's see who you really are. Well, Mason. An assassination victim. You've made a remarkable recovery.
Contact. Contact, dead ahead.
Range.
1,200 yards, sir.
That's the electromagnet. Far away, Lee. Blown to bits.
4 torpedoes in salvo ship.
Missile room, torpedoes 1, 2, 3, and 4 to fire in salvo.
Aye, sir.
Range. 1050 yards. Bearing 0 relative.
Range 1050 yards, bearing 0 relative.
Aye, sir.
Fire.
In salvo, fire.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I finally spotted you on videotape, Mason. When you impersonated me, you forgot to take off your ring. Now, you should have remembered that.
Now, obviously, the assassination victim wasn't you, Dr. Mason. Who was it?
Well-trained assistant. I made up to look like me. Naturally, the poor fellow didn't know I was going to be shot. But what does it matter, gentlemen? Nothing matters now.
Put in the rig.
Okay, Mason.
The whole world's waiting to get their hands on her.
Just wondering how they can possibly find the punishment to fit the crime.
Thank you.